Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hammerhead Sports Productions. I am here with two players from the New York Dolphins, a semi-pro football team. They have thankfully agreed to do an interview with me. So if you two want to introduce yourselves, you may go ahead.
All right, thank you. Well, my name is Kaiser Lewis. People know me as Shiesty, but for me, I'm a receiver, number 2 on the New York Dolphins.
My name is Aaron Woods, known as AK on the field. I play running back and outside linebacker, number 47.
So I guess my first questions to the both of you is how long have you each been playing? I know one of you mentioned to me that this is going to be your third year in the league,
Yeah.
and then how much is it for who was it that told me that?
That was me, Aaron, AK.
All right, and then how long is it gonna be for
Kaiser.
Kaiser? How long has it been for you?
This is going to be my third year also.
And what positions do you play in the league?
I play mainly receiver, but I also play deep defensive back, and I did play some quarterback, like some plays at quarterback. But I'm an athlete, but my main positions are receiver and defensive back.
What I guess made you guys turn to semi-pro in terms of, was it just like you want to keep playing, or you're like trying to like get yourself out there a little bit more?
Yeah, you want to go, Kaiser?
No, you go first, bro.
Yeah, I could say it's more for putting myself out there, trying to find what kind of route I really want to take with the football. I was a little confused coming out of high school. So one of my local teams of the town, they had a players. They was like, shouting people out, and somebody was like, "Yo, I heard you play ball," and that's how it started. And from there, I do collect film, and hopefully as I keep playing, I can use that film to take me on to wherever I see myself being.
And what about you?
Kaiser and
Guys, sorry, it's like I'm having a hard time remembering which one's which because of the usernames.
It's cool.
Right.
But for me, semi-pro started around the same route as AK because me and my friends played for high school, and our journey to college didn't go as we planned. So to stay, playing the game and playing the sport, I found in connections with other people that there was teams. I actually didn't start off with the New York Dolphins, but I started another team with, it's funny, with AK2, the Bengals. But we started there, and yeah, just to play and just to keep myself in shape, because got to stay ready, got to keep working on my craft. So
How many different leagues have the two of you played in the short amount of time you've been in the realm of semi-pro?
Wow, shoot, just as far just the TFL is as of right now.
yeah, for me, same thing.
Is it a good league?
I like I wouldn't say that it's bad. Of course, nothing's perfect. They have their goods and bads, but like the main thing of everybody still enjoys playing football, and games
Yeah.
still get done, and just and players still get along. People be on opposite teams and be hitting each other up. Friendly like competition and stuff like that. So like it's not a bad league at all. It's a good league for what it's got going on, and that's all I got.
I agree with that. And it's every year is growing more and more, so
Mm-hmm.
it's just getting better and better.
So it's like in the 3 years you've been a part of it, it is slowly evolving.
Yeah, I would say
I
that.
would think so, yeah.
Yeah, as far as how long as I've been playing, yeah.
Is it what you expected compared to what it's been like when you between you from when you first started to now? Is it like has your perception maybe changed of how things are organized, how teams conduct themselves?
Uh, mm,
I hope I didn't put too much on that.
I mean, I honestly I feel like it's been pretty well so far from the teams I've been on. That's where at least I can speak off of. They try their best to run their things, especially me coming to this new organization as New York Dolphins. So far, we ran it well, I believe, especially being the first. Well, now it's going on to our second year. I feel like they've been running it pretty well and doing as best as they could. So, yeah.
How does the financial aspect of it come in? Like, because I with certain leagues, I somewhat like to know like because when people want to maybe start looking into maybe joining, they don't know like how what's the financial cost to it. So how does finances come into to players you know stuff?
uh, well, as far as when I joined semi-pro, when I first started playing like on my first team and everything, they told me like, like most stuff, for certain teams, some stuff is provided, some stuff is not, depending on the team that you join. So with that, that's when their packages and stuff like, would, and their price range would probably be like, vary, probably going more up towards a higher value just because it comes with more stuff. But the teams that don't, give that offer as much, their prices tend I tend like just the overall like to register and to play like that's like a good I find it as a good price range. It's nothing too high as far as what my team offer. Um the teams that I've been on has offered that hasn't been too crazy. So as far as like everything else, like as far as the gear, like helmets, pads, little intricate things, like that's what your pockets will probably come out of. You'll be coming out of pocket more for.
Yeah, I feel like it's mainly helmet, shoulder pads, cleats,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
for the teams, it's usually like uh, if ref fees or jerseys. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you have your own equipment, like I was lucky to have my equipment, so it was a little, less of a burden on the money, on the money aspect for me. So if you have your own equipment, for anybody out there that's trying to get into semi-pro, it's just that much cheaper for you.
Yeah.
So
And then to play the season, the leagues I have been a part of, the price ranges between like 200 to 250 to maybe
Mm-hmm.
300. Is that kind of the same case in the New York area that it costs around that kind of a range to play the season?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so at least they keep that standard. Now moving on is like what's it like to play for the New York Dolphins organization? What like is it like a great is it one of like the top premier organizations, or is it an organization that is trying to grow because it's maybe new?
Um, I say we're growing. We know the potential we have as far as like, as you say, we see ourselves as top tier. We do, of course, see ourselves as top tier, but we know we still there's more growing and more like players and more things, little things that can be improved on in the organization. So how can I say it?
We're on our way there.
Yeah.
So we're new, so we still got certain pieces we still got to figure out.
Mhm.
We're still looking for that identity of ours, but it's not too far. So
What are the fans like? Is your fan base also right with you with growing? Like they really like they come to games and they show you guys great support.
yeah, I feel like for the most
Yeah.
part, Our fans are pretty loyal. We have a good showing of fans usually at most games that we have. So yeah, it's keep growing. Like I said, this is a growing organization. So every year, I won't be surprised if this year we have that much more fans. Because last year we had a great amount of fans for our first year. Sidelines were pretty packed and everything. So this year, I see more fans and more people coming out to support and watch us play.
What's it like with practice? Do you guys do like try to like practice at least 2 times a week, or is it 3 times a week, or stuff like how does that vary?
So
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
the coaches have us practicing about 3 times a week. The season hasn't, fully started yet. So as of right now, we're at one practice a week, and then we're gonna grow. Not even grow. We're gonna get to when it gets a little bit more warmer, get about to 3 practices a week.
These numbers sometimes vary just because obviously this is semi-pro, and a lot of you guys obviously have jobs that you need to go and take care of. Like, has that ever been like a real struggle?
I feel like
Um,
our team and our coaches and our coaching staff do a good job like communicating with their players to find out the best days to come out. And of course, yeah, everybody has life situations that they got to handle. So sometimes we may have a little less people, but for the most part, we have a good average amount of guys to come out and have a good competitive practice.
That's better than most organizations can say. I can tell you that much. Let's just say that. With certain ones, a certain one I was a part of, that was let's say not the best part about us.
Now I understand, man. That
yeah.
should be a sign to come down and play for us, man. Come down for all people listening and pull up, man. Like
It, yeah, it's definitely a communicative team. The coaches definitely explain us that they understand, it's real life. We know we got the field, but then there's also, we're also people. So they tell us, just communicate, reach out, the management, and everything will be covered from there.
I guess moving on with the because I don't want to keep you guys here too long because obviously we all want to get back and watch the game.
Hmm.
Uh, go Lions, by the way. What's the overall season experience like? Like, how many games do you guys roughly get, and like how like do you guys get more away games than home, or is it like more home or away, or is it like even?
so from last year, I feel like it was a good amount of like it was pretty even because I feel like we had a good amount of home games, but we did have away. So we also had a pretty neutral field. So I feel like a lot of teams wouldn't mind coming away because it was close to their players' homes. So it was pretty even, I'll say.
Hmm. And like, and I haven't touched on this part. How many teams are there in your guys' league, roughly?
I'm not even.
If I'm not mistaken, is it like 8 AK? At most, it's not more than 10. I know that,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's not no more than 10.
it's like 8. I'll say roughly around 8.
And that's kind of where it's like been stable in those 3 years you've been playing, or is it like been like 8 to 10 or 6 to 10?
Yeah, probably like 6 to 10. Like when I started, I believe like it probably started at 6 to 10, and probably like 6 to 10. That's a good range.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I guess the what do you guys see yourselves continuing to play for a great amount, great or lengthy amount of time, or is it like eventually you guys are gonna say like maybe I have some other opportunities, maybe I want to go take those, but I can't take this with me.
Of course, I can speak for myself. I'm definitely trying, you know, working on my game every day for that opportunity. So and when that opportunity comes, I'm definitely going to take it because I believe in myself and my skill. But until then, I don't mind playing semi-pro and staying here. So yeah,
Yeah, same for me. I am fine playing semi-pro. I keep myself healthy. As long as you keep yourself healthy, I find it, you could kind of do anything. But if the opportunity does come, I wouldn't shy away from it. Of course, it's not saying that I had the perfect. No, nobody has the perfect route to that. So me working my behind off in this league, and for it to pay off with that opportunity, I would definitely take that.
I guess to wrap this all up with a nice bow on top, what do you have to say to maybe people that aren't sure about semi-pro and maybe want to play or want to maybe get into being like a fan of these teams? Like, what do you have to say to them about the atmosphere?
If you love football, come on down, and you're gonna. It's just like any other football game that you know. Feel me?
Yeah, real
Atmosphere is
authentic,
great, competitive, raw. You feel
competitive,
me?
um, uh, and unbelievable moments. As
Live.
as 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 much as like the NFL has, we treat it like that. Like we're at that stature too. Like it's still football at the end of the day.
Well, I hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed. Again, I thank you, Kaiser. I thank you, AK, for agreeing to do this interview with me. Again, both of them play for the New York Dolphins. So if anybody wants to check these guys out, I will leave the link to their Twitter page in the description below.
Look, man.
Come on down.
And hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed. See you next time.